Hey, hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel, Being a Carer with Kes. My name is Kesin Akwara Atie, a health and social care trainer. Welcome to my channel. To all you old and new, amazing, awesome, oh my gosh, words fail me to describe you. My old and new returning subscribers, much love to you all. Thank you so much for your support. And if you just joined this channel for the first time, hey, what are you waiting for? Click on the like button, subscribe, and of course, click on that notification bell. So whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. Okay? All right. So what are we talking about today, Kes? Good question. Today, we will be talking about your UK sponsorship visa, yeah? How to get a pay rise before your 5 years are up. I know you'll be saying, yeah, that's an interesting topic. I know it is. We all aspire for great things, don't we? So let's dive right into it, all right? Now, in my previous video, how to stand out, I mentioned about 10 qualities or traits or attributes you should bring to the job that will help you to stand out. Now, of course, when you stand out, you endear yourself to your sponsor and most importantly, to the service users. And of course, to your colleagues at work as well. All right. Now, that could earn you some promotion as well. All right. But most importantly, there's what we call the NVQ, National Vocational Qualification. Yes. Now, you have level 1 to level 8. Now, this is what the thing is. If you are a graduate or you're a master's degree holder, you don't need to do 1 and 2. Okay? You could skip on to 3. Or if you know your stuff, you know that, man, you've got it. You're another Albert Einstein. Then go for 4. Go for it. Okay? What would that do? It will enable you to work as a team leader where you are working at the moment. All right? Now, but I will be careful about jumping into that immediately. This is my humble advice. I recommend that you do the job you have been sponsored to do, say, for like 8 months, 1 year. So you get the hang of things. Yes? Then after that, you want to approach your sponsor or the manager of the home where you work in and say to them, oh, I really want to do this on a long-term basis. I enjoy it so much. I want to be able to contribute my quota, to this health and social care sector. And that you would like to do the NVQ. Now, so you know, on your BRP card, you will have what they call leave to remain. What that means is that you are not entitled to public funds. So you cannot go and ask for a student finance, supposedly. You can't. So if your employer says to you, okay, because of your good behavior and all of that, we would fund it for you. That's good. But if they say to you, at this point in time, we cannot, but we will part fund it, which means they'll pay half of it. That is okay as well. Now, it depends on the body offering that qualification. Some cost as much as 700 to 1,000 or over 1,000. So it depends on the body that you've gone to register your NVQ qualification with. Now, when you decide to start that qualification, NVQ 3 or 4, depending on your capacity, you'll be assigned a tutor who will guide you through it. And of course, you have your colleagues at work to help and your care manager to help as well. So that is, turns out right in the end. Now, so the course lasts for 6 months. But again, it's at your own pace. You could go on to do it for 1 year, but at least don't let it exceed 1 year. All right? Don't let it exceed 1 year. But if you know that you've got what it takes, you can finish it within 6 months. Happy days. All right. Now, when you've done that NVQ level 3 or level 4, depending on your capacity, I mean, you cannot go to your boss and say, okay, I've gotten this. What's options? What are my options? Now, there's a need for a team leader. That is your position right there. Yes? Now, as a team leader, you are in charge of other healthcare assistants working with you. Now, in some homes that you don't have nurses working there, the team leaders are trained specifically to give medication. So as a team leader, you be giving medication and then you don't do as much personal care as others would. Rather, you run the shifts. So if anything goes wrong, you will be accountable for it. Don't be scared. It's just easy. Work with your staff. Work with your team. Yeah? Be a good role model and everything will work out. I mean, everything will fall into place by itself. Yes, the salary of a team that increases it goes over the 20,000 plus, which you have been brought in or have been contracted to work on. Does that make sense? So as a team leader, you have a higher pay increase. Now, after doing that for 1 year, so you've done 2 years now, you still have 1 more year. You could decide to rest for another 6 months. Okay? And then you want to go for NVQ 5 or NVQ 6. Again, it's at your own pace. It is self-paced. If you feel, oh, I can do 5, I can do 6, happy days. That could run for the same period of 1 year, depending on you. Yes? And then, when you've done that, what does that give? What qualification does that give you? It gives you the qualification of being a care home manager. How about that? So yes, you can become a manager in the home you work in. Oh, no, sorry, cross-check, flip that over. You could become a manager, at the end of your 5 years. Because I'm sure the manager there will not want you to usurp a throne. So at the end of your 5 years, you have your NVQ 5 or 6, depending on your capacity. So when your 5 years are up, of course, you get your indefinite leave to remain, and you now have a qualification for you to work as a manager, either as a deputy manager or a manager. The salary for a deputy manager ranges from 28,000 upwards, and that of a manager ranges from 44,000 upwards. But of course, it is dependent on the home you are applying to work in as a manager or deputy manager. I hope that helps. Or you could say, okay, I've done my 5 years, I've got my indefinite leave to remain, I want to continue. So like I said, the NVQ is from 1 to 8. So if you feel you want to continue with your indefinite leave to remain in your hand, you don't have the funds to do an NVQ 7, which is more like a master's degree qualification, You could now apply for student finance, and you'll be helped by the government to sponsor, to see you through that stage. But of course, you are going to pay back. You are definitely going to pay back. But you have that, and you don't have to worry about that. Again, it is self-paced. All right? So you could either get a job as a manager or a deputy in the interim as you apply and do your NVQ 7. Hope that helps. Yes? And of course, with NVQ 7, that is a higher managerial position. Or you could say, okay, I've got an investors, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to open my own care agency. You can. You just have to fill whatever documentation CQC gives you to fill. I hope that helps. So, yes, there is hope for you to get a pay rise before your 5 years are over. Yeah? In my next video, I will be talking about possible questions you'll be asked in an interview as a support worker. Someone did ask in the comment section if I could make a video on that, as she has her interview or his interview next week. So yes, before this week is over, you have my word that I will put, or rather upload a video talking about possible questions you could be asked as a support worker in an interview. And like I said, I have done support work. I have a friend who's a deputy manager of a supported living home. I have friends, colleagues who are support workers. So yeah, I will upload that video. Okay, so look forward to it if you're out there. All right. So remember this, never you forget that no matter what the matter is, you matter so much more. And again, keep the questions coming in. Keep the questions coming in. I love to answer your questions. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. All right. Au revoir.